One foot in front of the other, my brother.
Y'all want to go get something to eat?
Yeah, we can get
You don't like being seen, but you're out here shooting music videos.
Right?
It's kind of oxymoron.
We eating.
Part of the rapper job. We eating. It's exciting to be seen. And I did it one time for the fucking, I started this big music video thing.
Yeah.
And then I just like got super sick. I was like, you know, fuck it.
Every day.
But we back at it.
Always back at it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to start off with some questions, but I obviously do my research when I interview somebody. And one of the interviews I watched was where you were talking about Minnie Riperton. And now I'm a Minnie Riperton head. So, what's your favorite song off of Perfect Angel? Just a random question.
I'm not that kind of a video to that.
No, like,
I'm a streaming baby.
yeah.
So it's like,
It's the album covers.
it's not even the album, it's just songs. I got the whole,
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a playlist, mini, and
Yeah.
then,
Just throw the songs in there.
yeah.
Are you worried about how like streaming is gonna affect your music and how it's
Hell
consumed?
yeah. Cause my shit, bro, just like how many shit, my shit do not, it's not choppable into those little segments.
Yeah.
It is definitely a concern but I like it because it's another opportunity to be creative. It's another set of like boundaries, and meters to work around.
Because I know you don't have much stuff on like the big streaming sites yet.
I did. I had my whole old mixtape up there.
Yeah. It's not there now though.
No, it's not.
Are you hiding it on purpose?
Nah, it was some bullshit. But it's hopefully, I don't know. I seen it coming down as like a turning point.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Okay, if we're gonna do this and we can do it again, then we can just do it again.
Yeah. And you have like 2 little tapes, right? Like,
Yeah, one is Beacon. I don't know. I wouldn't call Beacon a little. I would call No Rose definitely a little tape. Beacon's not really a little tape, but it kind of reflected like in its brevity, just like my immaturity after rap shit. Like 15-year-old raps, like it's a 32.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that and No Roses. No Roses was like moving week of like Howard. Those 2 weeks. That makes
yeah. It's a crazy time too. That's a lot of change. Because I know you're originally from Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what Charlotte really taught you. I don't know.
So Charlotte is a real. I can only understand what Charlotte taught me against this subtext, cause fucking within Charlotte you don't even know. You just think you're just like a nigga.
Yeah.
But here it's like you understand like. I'm not gonna get into the Southern hospitality whole thing.
Yeah.
But that is a thing. It taught me as far as rap. Charlotte's like a psycho city. It gets a lot of Atlanta shit. It gets a lot of New York shit coming through. And so I kind of saw what stuck as far as like sonically to people around me, regular people.
Yeah.
What made them want to dance and what made them feel a thing. And it taught me definitely how to like not give a fuck though. Cause like there it was very hard to muster support.
I feel.
Again, even though I felt it knocked the entitlement out of me.
Oh, okay. Like you thought I deserve to be heard because I'm doing it.
Right.
And then you have to learn something. Like,
and so I had to learn the fucking, okay, nigga, if you want to be heard, then say some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've always thought about like finding a way to find a balance between the danceability and like what's standard at the time, as well as trying to get a message out. And writing that line. I don't know. How often do you think about that when you're making music?
All the time, only because I'm really highly inspired by like Chief Keef.
That's a good inspiration,
legitimately,
because he did some crazy things.
Like the way he aligns his voice with the melody of the beat, but says exactly what he wants to say. Period.
Yeah.
he gets it across successfully 100% within that melodic framework, show that it's not shit that is impossible to do. And then it shows that like it's worthwhile when it's done well.
Okay.
But also it's something that I think about in terms of nigga the music, even the music that we feel is more substantive. Because even setting, I don't like the fucking setting of dance against. Because niggas was dancing, like, what's going on?
That was a crazy album too. Like
niggas is dancing. You know what I'm saying? Stevie was making niggas gorilla. You know, that's what the inspiration comes from, and in its essence. Because it's like, nigga, we throwing a concept album, but all slaps.
That's the way to do it, really.
Yeah, bro. That's what we're trying to embody for real.
I mean, I definitely think there's some artists who have definitely been doing that recently. But I mean,
I think that's what soul music is.
Honestly, yeah, because like that's what differentiates it from R&B sometimes. I think because like sometimes when it was like just puff stuff in the '60s, like the very puff. Let me just sing about my boyfriend. Even though that's important, but like soul is when you start to sneak in the other stuff. I feel like. And that's I love the covert messages in music and stuff. Yeah. It's just pretty important to me.
Soul is a political party, quietly.
Very political. And like, you're talking about crazy ballheads and stuff. That was another way. I could not believe he was so popular with the stuff he was saying.
It still is. Like, white people with a t-shirt, I'm like,
why?
That's like us wearing like Richard Spencer.
It's like some, like wearing Nixon on our shirt.
He's not going at all.
Yeah, like he was on a different wave.
That nigga got cancer in his toe, and he was like, "Y'all not taking my shit."
Yeah.
And went out like that, like
very, very upright, very upright man.
He got a spine,
for real. But you said you were working on a long-term project that wasn't rap, and I was wondering if it has anything to do with your interest in jewelry.
Yes.
Okay. Don't reveal all your secrets if you don't want to, but I was curious.
Yes. Jewelry, man. You gotta be gorilla with the jewelry, bro. Black people need to adorn themselves for one.
Okay.
And black people need to collect jewelry. That's all I'm gonna say for now.
All right.
I'm gonna tee up though.
I want you to keep it on the hush.
Yeah.
Dang. 1 Foot is a song that has been sticking with me for a long since it came out.
Yeah.
Can you just describe like the situation you were in when you made it? Yeah. Surrounding line state, everything.
So I had it was a weird in-between kind of time for me. It was around the time I did this interview on Fake Deep. And I listened to that. It was very good. Shout out Howard University Radio. Yeah. And shout out Jordy. And Brooks. So on Fake Deep, that was the morning after I stayed up an entire night putting together the second act of my gift. And so I was really exhausted. And some friends of mine was really going through like some real difficult shit, and like in a way that I lost physical access to them, like for long spans of time. And when I would see them, we used to always talk for months. And 1 Foot is one of those songs where it's like something that's been on my heart for a long time. Yeah. And so we always say just like 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, even before it was anything. And so we lost access, and I gave them this notebook called Navigate, and they were able to do a whole bunch of like drawings and poems to get them through that tough issue that they was into. And so off the strength of that, the cover of the song is in the style of the Navigate notebook. Oh. Yeah, because 1 Foot is like really reflective of like, nigga, we getting through. Like I fell in my straight yesterday, but I don't have nothing better to walk with today. So
that's really true, because like life can really toss you, for real.
But what's the other option?
You gotta do it.
What's the other option?
That's the same thing about, like, we were talking about, like, being in a different framework and having to work towards a standard that you didn't even set for yourself.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
You gotta find a way to get to
But but 1 Foot though, the best part is like it's a humanism to it too, because like it's an embodiment of a real human in like perfect urge.
Yeah.
It's a real central urge to like keep.
Just to keep going.
Yeah, because like, can you explain why? I can't.
Like honestly, I really do wonder what drives people. Like when I look at people who are older in my family, like immigrating,
And
I don't
so,
know what drives
One
them.
foot more than okay. So the process of writing One Foot was the entire hook
Yeah.
came out once.
Mm.
I'm saying it straight
It
through.
was a freestyle at first.
Yes, I sang it straight
Wow.
through, and I had to go back and write it down because like it was a mantra.
Yeah.
And that was all I had for it. And I took a shower with it.
Yeah.
And I got out and I drank some water. And I was like, oh, I'm sick of sipping down the spigot every morning, floating together, and so it was like from there it started like it got mad watery.
Yeah.
Because I started.
Yeah.
One Foot really tumbles.
Dang, that was one of the things I was thinking about was how you said on the Fake Deep podcast that you don't like writing from raw emotion, and that sounds like one of those times where you sat with the concept for a little bit. So
Yeah.
like, do you always do that?
So yeah, sometimes yes and sometimes no. Sometimes I sit with, what I try to do most is combine sitting with a concept for a long time and then being able to bring it through subtly through a bunch of things and then combine that with overt songs like One Foot, like Self Love, and then also have those raw emotion songs that serve to flow the narrative of nigga, this is why One Foot, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what happened when it's not One Foot.
I feel
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's definitely in the style of call and response and a dialogue.
Yeah.
It's a dialogue.
And that goes way back. That's blues people, because that's what
Yeah.
Leroy Jones was talking about. Amiri Baraka was talking about a
Yeah.
lot. Like the call and response in jazz, the call and response in gospel.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something that's really instinctual.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, it's crazy because like, I don't want to get too in the weeds with it, but like artists, like rappers, do that all the time. Like just instinctually, I feel.
Hell yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just wanting to get the crowd to sing out, but at the same time,
No.
a lot of it is just
Like, even all my songs are calling, like, they're really rap heavy, but like, no fear. Okay, I remember one of my songs with the one of
Yeah.
these. It's
like back
supposed to
and forth.
move,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel
And that's a definite essence of black music, and definitely comes through black southern music
For sure.
really strongly too, as a hotbed.
I think so. Because you're originally from South Carolina, then North
Yeah.
Carolina, and now.
Yeah.
So how is DC different? Just walking around.
Oh, it's so noisy. It's loud here too.
He is out here too, for
And
sure.
it's fucking kind of. I don't want to do this because I love DC.
Yeah.
But it's like it's more trash in like small areas.
Like literally just pollution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's different. And like it's cold.
Yeah. It's definitely colder.
Niggas don't do this when you do this.
Yeah.
All you Howard niggas, I see you not nodding back at me. Don't nod now when you see me, niggas.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I don't know where the flex came crazy. But,
Nah, do not. I love you.
what was I going to say? Love is really important, though, especially in your music. I feel like when you get more densely political and, like, say, no virtue under unjust law, that sounds like something that comes out of, like, real love for people.
Yes.
I really do, because, like, when you look at the world we live in, and you realize that people are really starting to walk around in a world, like I said, they didn't really build for themselves. Trying to break out of that is
There's
the
no
love in the
virtues.
acts. Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's a hug saying that.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's no virtue in this shit. Like the most thankful thing you can do is like one of the most alienating, threatening, and destructive things. The most
Honestly.
necessary thing, because like I said, change or not exist, and change is just destruction and rebuilding to
You're
scale.
right.
To scale that it can maintain a greater concept.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
I really think, like, because Amiri Baraka talks a lot about working outside of a Western framework.
Hell yeah.
And that's getting more and more important to me as I try and reflect with what I'm being taught in school and how it's fitting inside kind of what's considered mainstream.
It's because we never learn about white people.
That's true.
We learn about the entire world through white glasses, but we never realized that white culture and the white power structure is like any other power structure. Fallible.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying?
It almost falls apart all the time.
Impermanent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we're taught that this is like history as it's been, and now it's always going to be.
And that history is like a guiding of like the way you teach history. History is a lot like theater because it defines like it adds moral ramifications
for sure
to acts.
There's always all these little justifications snuck in, and like getting outside of the justifications was really important for me, even though it was depressing. But like I had to realize for myself like there was no reason this had to happen, and there's reason to change it.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is a bit. I don't know if you're still a bio and a psych major.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Like, because what we're talking about is like some real philosophical, sort of artistic. But your coursework itself is like, I feel like it's a bit more stuck in the sciences itself, you know?
But it's because it is. Any good scientists know that science is art.
Yeah.
And any good artists know art is science.
Facts.
And anybody who can do both of them is a magician.
You're not wrong.
I'm into the business of doing magic.
That was beautiful. Okay. So you just pull out quotes like that all the time. You can just do that. All right. Cool. Let's talk about Let the Sun Talk just a little bit.
Let the Sun Talk.
Because I'm waiting for it. I'm sure other people are waiting for it.
I'm ready to talk about Let the Sun Talk.
What?
I said I'm ready to talk about it.
Is it close?
Hell yeah, it's very close. It's very, very, very close.
All right.
Let the Sun Talk is a story about the damn how the sun and the moon came to live in the sky. It's the story of how the sun fell into space. It's the story of how it's like mad cosmic but mad earthly.
Yeah.
It's very rooted. It's like it's reconstructions of things that exist.
That's important.
And it's fluid. And it's coming to a damn streaming near you. And it got some damn bars on it.
I can only imagine, honestly.
Some great beats.
I know you have to be going crazy.
Oh man, I really love rapping.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you've been doing it for a while now too, right?
Kinda, yeah.
And do you like write poetry freehand as well? Like without the purpose of rapping it?
Yeah. I write all types of things. I write prose, I write essays. It's like it's important that
that's the bag I'm trying to be in. The essayist bag. Like
you gotta know your way around language.
You have to read a lot.
Hell yeah. I be reading.
No, man, I think reading is like, it's so obvious to say, but it's really fundamental. And like, it's better for getting a historical context that makes a bit more sense and that's not as conditioned to really think one way.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of what we think about reading is shitty.
Yeah. Because
a lot of what we think about education in general is shitty.
I agree with that.
Because we not really taught that, nigga. So it's like reading is not important because A, B, and C, but reading is important like exclusively because it makes you better.
Literally a better person.
So pulling that rug from underneath you is just more support from like you don't matter enough to make yourself better for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think that just like niggas need to get that back. Like we are good enough to learn for learning's sake.
I agree with that.
Love for loving's sake. And not learn and love just out of survival. And
like there was a line you had, like as long as I pushed you, I have faith in you, right? And that's an important.
I pushed you was only because faith was in you. Yeah.
Like seeing the potential in somebody is really important. I feel like people need someone to bet on them, but not in a way like you're gonna fulfill this much economically or career-wise. I just bet on you as a person.
Hell yeah.
Because everything's getting so commodified, just the way we talk to each other, the way we live. I feel it's kind of worries me.
It's a lot of separation for sure, but I don't know the answers.
I feel like it's kind of up to us a bit to find it. I feel, because I don't even feel like talking about actual politics today. Like I tune a lot of it out because like it's important.
It's
but
a reality show, bro.
yeah, it's really just theater again.
It's wild. Politics, theater, history. They're like they're the same thing.
It's like the way they run concurrently against each other, and the way that theater really reflects the politics of the time.
Right.
But art reflects the politics of the time in general.
Yeah, and this theater became movies as it became comic books, pro wrestling, whatever.
Yo, what's it called? Kayfabe or whatever it is?
Kayfabe.
Learning about that really blew my mind.
Yeah,
like,
kayfabe is important, bro. Kayfabe, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Wrestling? Yeah, wrestling?
It can teach you a lot in the weirdest way.
You can learn a lot from wrestling. I'm a better rapper for having watched wrestling.
Have you always watched it?
Nah, I watched it when I was like, I started when I was like in 6th grade and like 8th grade, stopped, and then I just started watching it like December of last year, on and off.
Yeah.
It's like it's like rap, bro, because you gotta
really rap.
You gotta reach through so much to get the like. You gotta reach through so much toxicity sometimes to get to like the really good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like rap in the sense of it's like, okay, nigga, you are the whole performer and the basis of the entire industry.
Yeah.
But you're an independent contractor with no benefits.
Facts.
And go up there and tell the world and me why you deserve to be on a better spot on this card.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I want to dip back into the toxicity thing a little bit because I don't know how to do it in a way that people don't come across like, oh, this is holier than thou.
Yeah.
But a lot of rap is a bit toxic nowadays, and I'm wondering how to address that because I understand people really got to make their art and make what their lived experience reflects, but sometimes I don't know.
You gotta understand this about black stuff in America.
For real.
It's always gonna reflect a different brand of internalized anti-blackness.
Exactly.
And I learned that going to HBCU and seeing how the different problems on different HBCUs reflect different strains of anti-blackness. Mm-hmm. And that comes through in our art forms, especially because of how deeply American our art form can be as far as a commodity.
For sure.
And so we gotta address the commodification of rap because it's like this. Bell Hooks says rap is like the perfect model for neocolonialism.
Exactly.
You know, they go and take the images that they need, but is that necessarily reflective of the dense work?
Yeah.
But are there strains of that through the dense work? Yes.
Definitely.
And that's the stuff for us to sit down, like us meaning the rappers. Yeah. To sit down and be like, okay, nigga, why did this motif mean a lot to us? And that's something that like is happening with me, like as I mature as a writer. Why did this motif mean a lot? What would I look like without this motif?
Yeah. Like, why is this thing I'm falling back on? Like, instinctual?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what do that reflect about how I feel about myself?
I feel you.
Nobody think about that shit because, like, it will hurt.
Like, there are some rappers I've been listening to. When I listen to them, I'm like, wow, this is really something that it's not reflecting an experience I understand on a tangible level, but seeing the way it reflects itself in the lives of other people I know. Like, listening to Max O'Cream recently, he goes so crazy.
He's amazing. He's a great storyteller.
He is.
He did like a One Love kind of flip. Yeah. Like talking to his homie in jail. I love it.
Meet Again, right?
Yeah,
I've been stuck on that song all week, honestly.
That shit is fire.
And I feel like music comes out of a different kind of tradition. Not even a different tradition. It just sounds different. Because I think these things really, like, a lot of rap is more connected than people try and, like, box it up into being.
All rap, man.
Yeah.
Fucking all rap, man.
Yeah.
Like Memphis, Dallas.
Yes.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Florida. Louisiana.
Louisiana is different. No.
If I take all the elements of that music and throw them in a box and I'm saying, all right, put this one where it belongs as far as the regions go, you'll be lying.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's kind of impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're really not saying anything new. Like you said, bell hooks earlier. Maybe we're trying to say something new, but who are some other thinkers? Maybe we're not.
Maybe we need to say the same thing again and again sometimes.
I feel like there are some thinkers who have really like laid out a real frame for us to work through.
Yeah, so, I fuck with damn Marimba Ani. I've been on Yorugu.
Wow.
I'm running not just thinkers, just in general. Fucking David Finner.
Yeah.
Aesthetic. I mean, the aesthetic attitude. Some philosophy shit. I've been running the damn Nikki Giovanni.
Listen.
Black Thought, Black Feeling, Black Judgment.
For real.
I just got this fucking Sun Ra biography.
Sheesh. I have one too, but I don't know about the good one.
It finished the album.
That's one of those things that like drove you to finish it.
It finished the album.
Listen, and the sun is in the name too.
Yeah, bro. Sun Ra is like, in a lot of ways that I feel mission oriented toward music, he embodies that.
Yeah. He's definitely someone who, like, and the way they lived too. They all lived on the same block in the same house and stuff. That communal sense.
That's what I'm on.
It's important, I think.
Hell yeah, I'm fucking with the community.
Honestly, and you were saying how everything's not localized like it used to be, and I would love to get back to that a little bit. Like, not completely. I think the internet is a good thing. I think it's a good tool, but like, I really think that community is important in ways that we don't recognize anymore.
I mean, community is necessary because it's the only non-toxic, like, reflection of power that exists.
Yeah, like, because it's so, like, the concept of community is so anti-authoritarian.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's necessarily it's necessarily closed off. And so it got a size that's like that's most ideal as far as surface area to volume type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I do not do science. You said surface area, and I'm getting scared. So please chill.
Yeah, but like groups, small groups is how we can really like make our power mad effective as like community.
So speaking of small groups, gotta ask real quick about Kill Switch because I'm just curious.
My friends, my
I know that the collective work is so important because.
Oh man, listen, Kill Switch is how rap even happened.
Yeah.
The thing, so about the knocking the entitlement out of me, when it came time to do Beacon, it was like I had recorded the first 2 songs on my SoundCloud, Sights and Sounds of Force.
Yeah.
And I was like running around the city like 15, like yo, I had this idea for this mixtape. I just like painted cool ass painted cover. I was like, yo, I'm gonna record this mixtape. It's all red. Nobody would, nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Radio silence.
So, nobody. Nothing. If they tell you, they lying. So, like me, Messiah, Micah, Amir the King, and Trashman Fresco, and then our homie Macabre, we huddled around each other, just coming around, like, just as far as nigga, we gonna record together because nobody else can record us, and nobody else rap good as us or like us in the city. And so it was like a real home for me creatively to like share and spread ideas. Like a lot of my shit, like I grab from them and they do trade off because it's like they're my like, them is my brothers for life. Like we be in my house, like
in your house,
that's
like where you live.
Yeah, that's my dog.
That's important though. I really think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure, family.
A few more closing questions.
All right.
I know you play trumpet.
Yeah.
Do you still stick with any instruments?
Nah, I wasn't even the nicest at trumpet. I was nice at French horn. And mellophone.
Those are good instruments. Like, those are so smooth, so mellow. I think.
Listen, it's this joke. It's like this. It's like this girl went on a date with three niggas from the orchestra, right?
Okay.
And so she went on a date with the first nigga. He was a trumpet player. She went back to her friend. Her friend was like, "How was the date?" She was like, "It was pretty cool, but when he kissed me, his lips was all pursed up and he was spitting everywhere." Boom. So second date, she go out with a tuba player. She go on a date. She come back. Her friend like, "How the date?" She was like, "The date was cool, but when he kissed me, his mouth was all flopping around. It was saliva everywhere, out of control." Boom. She go on a date with the French horn player. And she come back. Her friend like, "How did it go?" She was like, The kiss was okay, but I love the way he held me.
Is it because of this thing? That makes sense.
We're great cuddlers, the French horn niggas.
No, if I was gonna play a wind instrument, I would do that one. But I'm a drummer, so.
Yeah, drums is like that. I need to get drummed out.
Listen, man, learning how to drum is crazy. Cause like in drumming in church is where I kind of learned. That experience kind of just flipped my whole perspective on things.
Yeah, church drumming is my favorite. Like, that's my shit.
Like the old.
Yeah.
When it's in 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think like these things are so instinctual and such a shared experience that when you start to hear it in other types of music, it makes it even that much more
That's
fun.
what the Holy Ghost is. And that's the goal of soul, is to like politicize the Holy Ghost kind of.
You're right. That's important though.
Yeah.
Do I have anything else? I'm out of material. No, I mean, there is one thing that I did want to say though.
What?
You said that you're not trying to do anything new. And that's an interesting concept to me. Like when I heard it on the Fake Deep thing, shout out once again. But like I was like, you don't want to do anything new. But like you're a new artist, you know? So just play that one more time for people.
So it's like, I don't want to do anything new as far as time and space.
Yeah.
The way I like to think of the Mars Circle, with infinite points on it.
Okay.
My job is to finesse as many of them points as possible,
I feel you.
not to break the space-time continuum. Because my existence, and especially the existence of the art form that I practice, is necessarily contingent on past concepts
Yeah.
and ways of thought,
Yeah.
etc. And so it's like I need necessarily to reflect that in my art, otherwise it's incomplete, or it's not what I can't say I'm a rapper. I mean, other niggas can, right? And other niggas who don't are rappers.
Yeah.
But like MAVI, I can't say I'm a rapper if not.
I feel you. It's
So
good.
it was more like a reflection. I be talking mad dramatic, bro. But like it was more a reflection of the fact that like, nigga, I'm real time honoring and time reflective, and black people have to really specialize our view of like time and space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just to bring it completely full circle,
Yeah.
that's like the standard you're setting for yourself now, outside of the other framework that people try and give you. Because that's something that I don't hear often. And it sounds like you're giving yourself a new subtext instead of relying on some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
And
but
I
that's how
appreciate
we
that.
gonna win.
I feel you. Nice to talk to you.
Nice talking to you.
Good question.
Thank you.
All right.